last time on Pokemon Fire Red. Now, real quick, I do want to acknowledge the fact that I'm streaming this on Twitch for those of you on YouTube. So if I acknowledge random stuff, that's why. But I have to acknowledge the chat from time to time because I'm going to be sitting here doing all this. You'll catch the interesting bits, but there's going to be a lot of filler being cut out that me and these guys are going to have to suffer with. Meanwhile, Mono Io, I think that's how you pronounce your name, just cheered 400 bits in the chat. If you guys don't know what bits are on YouTube, basically every bit is the equivalent of a cent. It's a Twitch feature. You could cheer to any affiliate or partner like me, and that just gets added to our paycheck from Twitch. So your boy basically just donated $4. Told me to go buy myself some breakfast burritos. I might have to take him up on that offer. Now, before I go on, there's something I need to acknowledge for myself. I've got almost $47,000. But here's the thing. I can only buy 39 Ultra Balls. To me, Ultra Balls are pointless. I know this isn't extreme factual, but it's enough in the ballpark to be fair enough, okay? So, when it comes to catching wild Pokemon, every Pokemon has a catch rate. All the legendary Pokemon in Fire and Leaf Green, as a matter of fact, all the way up through 3rd Gen, all the legendary Pokemon are a catch rate of 3 out of 255. Every one is something out of 255. So, 3 out of 255 is rounded up to basically 0.4%. So throwing a Pokeball at a legendary Pokemon, there's a 0.4% chance of you catching it before doing damage, inflicting status, and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to catch everything in a Pokeball unless I just give up and try to chuck some Ultra Balls as well. But let me see. Actually, how many more can I get? We're going to go, just for no reason, 200 exactly. That's going to give me, okay, we're going to leave it at that for now. I don't want to dump all my money and then be stubborn and waste all 200 Pokeballs and then keep going, finally catch something, and then be like, alright, next one. I have no money and no balls. Time to go grind. So I'm going to at least stop there. If I go through 200 Pokeballs, bruh, I am so incredibly unlucky. Now, to get to Articuno, fastest place, actually no, I think it's the only place you can go. You can't go from Cinnabar. Gotta come to Fuchsia City, and you gotta come down to Route 19, and then surf out to Seafoam Islands. Now, I do wish that in addition to buying 10 Pokeballs, you could get a Premier Ball like in some later games like Ruby Sapphire and all that. Unfortunately, that is not a thing, so that's why I just bought them in bulk like that, because honestly, what did I buy? 99 plus, I don't even remember how, 75, something like that. Basically, I could have gotten an extra 16 free Premier Balls, which has the same catch rate as Pokeballs, and that would have been all fine and dandy, but alas, can't do it. So I'm moving my Max Repels up top so I can go through that more easily. And then on top of that, I'm gonna take an escape rope so I can just escape whenever I get out. And like I said, I already caught 60 plus Pokemon. I do not plan on catching anymore. I do not plan on fighting anymore in the areas I'm going to. I'm just gonna Max Repel it up and just beeline straight to the legendary birds. So if you came from Cinnabar Island, I'm actually going to go ahead and show it. this entrance over here would be accessible from Cinnabar, but you can't exactly go through the maze. So that's why we're going this way. Now I find it weird that it's called the Seafoam Islands when it's really just one giant island with 2 mountains on top of it. Seafoam Island, but whatever the case. You're gonna come through here. I'm gonna try to go through the fastest route, the best I really remember it. I'm fairly certain that to start off, I at least have to do this. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. I really don't think I have to at all. I think this is for like a quick exit to the other side or something. Whatever the case. I should have done this first and then gone back around. But the puzzles couldn't be much easier for this. Just push the boulders in the holes and boom. And you've also got ladders, so between pushing boulders in the holes and ladders, just either fall in the hole or go down the ladder. You'll get somewhere eventually. And especially this, like, all you have to do is keep pushing the same thing over and over and over and over again. And even if you get lost or you have to redo something, just retrace your steps and do it again. Find out which part you missed. And in the Seafoam, oh, a free Ultra Ball. I'll actually take that. But here's the gimmick. The current is much too fast. Surf can't be used here. This is actually the final destination. You can actually see Articuno right there. Articuno is in frame. So that's where we're heading. We're just trying to knock some boulders down to their holes. Oh, okay. Another viewer, EDM, just cheered 300 bits and said, "What's so foamy about Seafoam Islands?" Ba-doom-ts. Okay. Thanks for the cheer, fam. Okay, now this is probably the easiest thing to mess up. It's not difficult, but oh boy, you will feel like an idiot if you actually mess this up. Like I just did. Actually, no, I'm alright. I can reset it, but you have to push that to the side first. Now, let's not mess this up again. Just reset it. Just put it right back in place. That's fine. Set up another rappel. I'm so glad I stocked up on these before. And now push it in and follow after it. We're done. That's it. That's the entire challenge. Now, to actually catch the bird himself. My sanity has now left. Let's switch actually to Snorlax. Because you can take better hits. And you take far less damage from Ice Beam, the really only move that it's got to attack with, if I remember correctly. And let's go. Articuno, legendary bird of ice, was once a really viable Pokemon to use in Gen 1 when Blizzard didn't have such a low accuracy, but now kind of sucks. Either way, it's one of the birds. You gotta try to catch it. Now, first things first, I'm going for Yawn, trying to put it to sleep. I would use Body Slam right away. Problem is, I don't want to paralyze it. See, paralysis would help. Any status infliction would, but I'd much prefer sleep because it's guaranteed to be sitting there for a minute. And I feel like sleep is actually a higher like priority for catching. I don't know if that's actually true or not, but let's go with it. And now I've only got these 2 Ultra Balls. We ain't going to these yet. We sticking with these Pokeballs. If I absolutely have to, I'll go back and buy some Ultra Balls. But personally, I don't think it's worth. And in my first Pokemon Fire Red series on my old channel, which is totally cringe, please don't look it up. When I caught the legendary birds, all the legendary Pokemon in general, I was trying to make a big deal like, oh, let's see if I can catch him in Pokeballs. And then a lot of people were actually shocked like, oh my god, he actually did it and it didn't take that long. What? There's two things. One, I cut out some stuff. So it didn't seem like it took that long, but it kind of did. And even like I was spitting some lies back then too. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I caught it in like 5 minutes. Or like, oh my god, I can't believe it took this 3 hours. Bro, when I said it took me like 5 minutes or something to catch one of the Pokemon, it really took like 20, 30. And when I tried catching Mewtwo, bro, that took me like 10 minutes. Whenever I did that cut, it was like 4 hours later. Like losing my sanity, saying that I started and redid the fight over and over again. No, I didn't. I was hyping up for the camera. I was so dishonest back then. I was just trying to be an entertainer, and I thought entertainers had to lie to be funny. So that's what I did. I mean, now I don't lie anymore, but then again, I'm a lot less funny. So, I mean, everything goes full circle, don't you think? Oh man, almost had it. So yeah, ice beams galore. I'm just gonna sit here and eat those up. Also, I have a very big rule about legendary birds. I don't heal any of my Pokemon. If I absolutely need one specific Pokemon to do one specific thing, maybe. But generally speaking, like, I'm not gonna heal Snorlax when she gets to like 20 HP and get her back full. No, it's not happening. So if all my Pokemon faint, I reset, I do the battle again, I've got all my Pokeballs back. So that's how that goes. I kind of killed 2 birds with 1 stone, no pun intended. The idea is that if I run out of Pokemon, I have to redo the fight, I have all my Pokeballs back, and if I don't waste all my I thought I had that. I thought I freaking had that. And he's not even asleep. Or it. It has no gender. I just assumed its gender, of which it doesn't even have. I sexually identify as an ice cube. You judgmental so-and-so. So yeah, once I start running out of things to say, which is like soon, very soon, we're just gonna start cutting and seeing if we ever get close and how I respond. And if I randomly go on a tangent about something, I guess I'll leave that in. If I don't find it funny enough, I won't leave it in at all. So there we go. This should be fun. But yeah, only 2 Ultra Balls, so if I ultimately do decide to say screw it and throw them, and I somehow... You know what? Let's do that now. For the lulz. Right when I'm talking about, let's throw an Ultra Ball and see what happens. Breaks out. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna make a point. Let's see if this happens. Let's see if this happens. If it breaks out, it broke straight out. Okay? An Ultra Ball... statistically is twice as strong as a regular Pokeball, whereas a Great Ball is only 1.5 times as powerful. So that increases this thing's catch rate from that 0.4% that I said earlier to 0.8. That's not even a whole percent. Meanwhile, throwing a Pokeball with half the chance has been actually shaking. Actually shook 3 times. Something I kind of wish that I had done was just straight up. Oh, right, I did use Yawn already. Okay. The reason I sent in Jolteon was to paralyze it, but you know what? By the time the thing wakes up and actually attacks me, it can't kill me in one hit, and I'll just Thunder Wave it right after. And also, I'm catching these legendary Pokemon just to say that I did it, because it almost feels like a necessity for me, and other people like to watch me suffer for a long time for some reason. My pain amuses people. Let's just leave it at that. But if I didn't do it, I would feel like I didn't even beat the game, really. Even though I already beat the Elite Four, even though all my Pokemon are just as high level, if not higher than these birds, by sheer coincidence, I wouldn't consider it done if I didn't catch all the legendaries. And there's 5 of them, really. There's the 3 legendary birds. There's Mewtwo, which was already spoken of back in Cinnabar Island. And then there's a legendary beast that was added into Fire Red and Leaf Green. So for that, I don't feel like chasing that thing forever, because there's no way for me to really lock anything. Wait, do I have any Pokemon with a lock-in move? Huh. I'm curious. Maybe, just maybe? Huh. Okay. Okay. Something I can do. Either I can throw the Master Ball and catch it. That's fine. That's one way, but that's the easy way. When I finally do go through Cerulean Cave, we'll be able to catch Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet was one of the Pokemon added into Cerulean Cave after, this is a Gen 3 game. So, if I can catch Wobbuffet, Wobbuffet has Shadow Tag. And Shadow Tag prevents wild Pokemon from fleeing. Oh my god! I'm sitting here wondering how to catch a legendary beast, and the bird's like, bruh, there's a legendary right. What if I just catch? Will he be happy? You darn right I'm happy. Articuno, that did not take long. Pokeball catch. You know what? You know what? This is something else I tend to do with the legendary Pokemon. If I don't have a previously decided name, I tend to catch Pokemon and name them whatever is relevant at that time. Wait. What the heck? Shadow. Tag. Boom. First legendary Pokemon got. And just like that, we're done. It only... Whoa, wait. That only took 23 Pokeballs. Plus the 2 Ultra Balls. So it only took 25 tries. That's not bad at all. Go me. Okay, Escape Rope. And it's kind of perfect that I have exactly 2. So we're gonna go to this Pokemon Center next by Rock Tunnel, because this is right by the second legendary bird, Zapdos. And like I said, we're going in order by 1, 2, 3.